And we're back. Whoa. Whoa, hold on. With round 2 of Moon Day Energy. I am the High Priestess Phoenix, your spiritual psychoanalyst and healer. All of that other stuff. I don't feel like doing it right now, guys. It's a long-ass intro. It takes a lot of breath. I was actually sitting here finishing up lunch, and I was watching 7, and I heard something in the collective. So you need to worry more about your outside world. You mean my life? That's what I heard. I was like, well, that could start a huge argument. Let's start with that one. That's all you're worried about, is your outside world. How's that working out for you, whoever you are? Do you know why the outside world causes you so much anxiety and stress and headache? Because of your inside world. You're never going to have a good outside world until you get good on the inside. Nice and quiet to that one. It's a shift in perception. Today I'm in the Moon Day energy, right? What does that mean? In your divine feminine. You're not supposed to be taking any action. You're supposed to be learning. You're supposed to be learning. You're supposed to be receptive. You're supposed to be reflective. You're supposed to be in your emotions and in your mind, just sitting with it and doing self-analyzation. The Hermit card, the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups. Self-reflecting moments, right? Where you just sit with yourself. The reason you do this at the beginning of the week is to clear your system, so that when the energy is right on a Tuesday, where you're given more masculine energy to move with, and that's why Mondays are so difficult for you. You could have got a great night's sleep, you didn't do much on a Sunday, but you just are dragging ass on a Monday. It's hard to find the energy on a Monday, right? Because it's not there. It's by the definition of the day, it's not there. The week should never start on a Monday, because you just don't have it. But you can put yourself in a mindset like I did, and you know what I mean, and change your motives. You know what I mean? Control the energy or manipulate it, if you will, to what you want it to do. Fine, but you're just trying to get more out of your day. You want today to be as productive as which day? You do this every Monday, every Tuesday, every day? Fine. But are you producing more each day with this in mentality? The whole mindset, the difference between me and the mass conscious is the mass conscious is driven by action. It's action-based orientation. You have to go at your dreams. You have to go at life full speed and get what you want out of it. And that's what you're going for, is for your wants and your desires. You're going out to do this, and you're going to work hard every day to get the results that you want. Okay. I guess. That's all driven by your mind. Right? It comes from the inside out. What you do on your outside world is driven from the inside world, which is your mind and your willpower and your emotions. You have to put all of this together to take action, right? It's all that action based. When you sit and you change your mind, and that changes your emotions, you realize that all that action, all that chasing, all of that worrying and stressing and wanting and needing and desiring, and that whole mindset kept you unhappy, right? Now, it's in your masculine energy to do such things, to go and conquer. That's the God force inside of you, is to go conquer the day, to go get, you know what I mean? That's that warrior, to go take what's yours, you know what I mean? To go hunt the day and get and bring back all your goodies to you, to share with the people. Most of you have to hunt all week to bring back a paycheck. Some weeks you work harder than others. You never get an easy week. They just get harder and harder. But the pay doesn't get more, and none of the happiness you bring back becomes more. You're just working harder and harder at maintaining these things. Not getting any further, because you might be accumulating more things. You're not actually growing. You're just growing your material portfolio of your possessions. And these things were meant to make you happy. You worked hard to, put a pool in your backyard, but now you work so much that you don't even swim in that pool. You've never gotten to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You work really hard to keep food on the table, but yet you're starving throughout the day. You know what I mean? You work really hard to pay off all of these subscriptions to streaming channels, but you have no time to watch anything. You do all this so that other people around you can enjoy the fruits of your labors. But you're just a labor worker. You're made as a maidservant to other people's happiness. I'm not talking about your children, I'm talking about the rest of the world that you're seeking to satisfy. We could go real deep on this. We could go into the, psychology of how this works, and it takes a lot of discipline to stop trying to control things and trying to make things better than they are. We're ungrateful race of human beings, always in the pursuit of more. That's all I can say about that. Everybody wants more than what they have. They want better clothes. They want another car. They want the new iPhone. They want something more than what they have. What they have is never enough. When you get to a place of that you have enough, you're not concerned with going outside of yourself to get more. When I have a need, I must go out and, fulfill that need. But I need God's direction on where to hunt. Otherwise, I'm just roaming wild, looking for, to satisfy my hunger. It's better that He shows me where to go to eat, which is, what I need to do to fill this desire or this need in my life. Most of the things that, you want are nothing more than images that have been put in your mind. You didn't know you wanted it until you saw it, until you saw somebody else have it. It's called marketing. Commercials, all of that, promotions, advertisement. Their job is to create a need or a want inside of you for something you don't actually need or want. You don't want it until you see someone else's. So there's this whole coveting thing where if they have it, you have to prove that you're good enough to have it too. And it's this constant competition of consumerism. You're consuming everything, every image that they give you. And you're going to work hard to get these things because, you're so deserving of nice things. I feel like, in this moment, I'm seeing Gandhi and Mother Teresa. You can see I'm very much in my humility. That's why I'm seeing them. I'm in a state of humility with this. No, Nana. No. I'm not giving you no. Nope, nope, no. It's a different state of mind, and it's a peaceful place to be when you feel full. Now, people are looking at my life as lacking. I need to do something about my life. It's my responsibility. If I don't do something, I'm never going to have a life. How am I not living? I am living, just not according to your expectations on my life. You think because you have the expectation of an apartment, I should have the expectation. You think because you have a job, I should have the worry of a job. I just want to point out, I'm doing my job. This is what God made me to do, and it takes hours and hours of my time. Not just here performing for you, but all the hours that we're spending talking about what we're going to talk about when we get here. all the preparation that goes into it. And it's not a show, it's just me taking all this information, downloads and visions, and putting it into sentences for you, right? But that's what it is like you have this expectation on what I should be doing with my time and energy. And that expectation is the expectation that's been put on you. You think that I'm bad because if you did this, you would be bad. You think my lifestyle, my situation is bad. Right? I have a bad life and I should be fixing it. God has given me a good life and He's making it better. Why is that not an acceptable answer to you? Why am I responsible for the whole world? God doesn't work like that, is what I can hear someone arguing. Your God doesn't work like that? I'm here to teach you how God works and how you can rely on Him and how He guides you through this, just as He did Jesus and the disciples. They sat there in constant prayer waiting for their answers, in constant gratitude and devotion, knowing that He would come back and tell them what to do next, and not to do anything, to be still and ready until He arrives, to be obedient, not to chase the things of this world, but to seek Him in all things. What do I need today that God hasn't given me today? Like, that's not how it works. What about your future? Is God not in my future? I spent 3 years learning how to live in the now, which is today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but just today. And only by living for today can you start to enjoy your days, when you're not troubled about the things of yesterday or the things of tomorrow. It's a mastery level mindset that's far beyond the Mamba mindset, I assure you. The Mamba mindset got me through it, but it couldn't get me to where I am now. There's different mindsets that can get you through certain things, but you have to shift your way of thinking in order to get to this level of peace. And the mindset is not, you don't put it on, it's disciplined in and nurtured into you, where you literally have learned one step at a time to change your way of thinking, and you enforce that upon yourself until this becomes your new way of being. And back to the Mamba mindset, that alone makes you better every day. As I said earlier, we can do and do and do, but if we don't have the knowledge and wisdom which comes with the emotional understanding from what we're doing, then you're not growing. You're just doing. All right, Wolfman, I see your face. What wisdom and knowledge have you gained from the countries you visited? I know you've taken pictures. I know you've tasted their food. I know you fucked their women. But what did you learn about these cultures as you go there on your little adventures? What wisdom did you leave them and take from them? Or all you went was to take a picture and show everyone that you had been to a place? Where have you grown in all this time? Have you grown spiritually, or you just studied more spirituality in different places? Have you spiritually evolved, or are you still on the same patterns that you were when you left the military? Are you not chasing an adventure on your adventure channel? Is that what we do? That's not very spiritually evolved, my friend. You can't be an alchemist when all you're trying to do is satisfy the flesh by the things of this world. Now, that may be very damaging to your ego, but it's truth written in every book of the alchemy, the principles of alchemy. The whole point of this is to ascend. How are you any better than the mass consciousness of those that are searching for the same things as you? You're still part of them, holding on deeply to be a huge part with them. You want to play part with them. I'm not your friends, I'm your leader. That's what that means, is to lead them. You are a follower. You could say it's your definition of being an Aries because you've been stripped of your leadership roles to learn how to follow. Why? Because you didn't have the compassion as a leader. You didn't have the understanding. You didn't have forgiveness for those you led. So now you must learn the discipline it actually takes to be powerless and have to follow lead. How's the fucking shoe fit, Cinderella? You will learn submission in this life, or you will find no joy in this life. Who must you submit to? God and His authority. And that's to the rest of you guys. You're not on a path or a purpose or a mission in life if all it is to make yourself bigger and better than other people. The mission in life is to make people bigger and better. Because if we don't find a way to fix them, they're going to end up destroying our way of life. And that's why there's always this genocide and these segregations and these, divisions and stuff. It's like, who shall live and who shall die? Who's worthy and who is not? If you want them on your level, then you must teach them how to be on your level. If you're tired of poor people, then help them out so they're not poor. If you're tired of ignorant people, then teach them something. If you're tired of drug addicts, then help them. You can't make them go away. They outnumber us. You're not a supreme league of human beings. The world is suffering. You being on top of the suffering does not make you powerful. It makes you pathetic. To sit there in the fucking 1% of fucking celebrities and watch the rest of the world burn, you're pathetic. The powers that you guys have could change not just the states you live in, the country we live in, and the world that you so lavishly take advantage of. You couldn't buy happiness for yourself, your children, or your parents. All you can do is buy a fucking jet, buy the shit to show it off at that. Definitely always have to show off what you bought. You didn't own it if you don't show it off to make everyone see what you own. If for some reason it makes you feel powerful to be a sellout, to be a victim of society to where you will literally give up thousands of dollars to be like everyone else. You have to have that purse because they have that purse. And that purse costs thousands of dollars. And you will do anything to be like everyone else. You have to have that car. You have to have what they have. And you'll give up so much to be like everyone else. Because in some way you feel accepted looking and dressing and acting and talking like them. But they wouldn't give you the time of day. It doesn't matter if you own the same purse. You are not like them. You're trying to be something you're not. And your fucking skin is showing. Your flesh is showing. The mask is falling. If you want to have a good outside world, you have to have a good inside world, is where we started with this. It interrupted my meal. I don't get much time where I just sit here. I watch that much TV. I will put on a movie long enough during the time that I sit down to eat, and that's it usually. I've been spending more time watching movies than just that time, but I got interrupted with that, and it's like, it's important. This is important. I'll stop what I'm doing to talk about this because it's that important. You cannot be a happy person if you can't deal with your feelings. Because happiness, my friend, is a feeling. And the only way you'll get to happiness, you'll find your happiness, is on the other side of those dark feelings. You can do everything you want outside. You can spend every breaking moment of your life not dealing with your feelings. But by doing that, you're not dealing with happiness. You're never going to find happiness running from pain. And it's not outside. You feel prideful when you get, you accomplish things in that world. And you can come back and look, boast to everyone, look at what I accomplished. That's cool. That's not me either. I'll show you what God did, not what I did. You know what I mean? If I need a job, God will give me a job. He's given me the biggest job, the most important job in all of the jobs that ever existed. Like, it doesn't pay. It pays. It just doesn't pay. I don't work like you do. That's all the difference is. I'm no less of a person, and I don't pretend to be much more, other than the job that he's given me. There's far more weight on my shoulders than there ever could be at your 9 to 5. And that doesn't even bring you happiness. This actually does. I'm willing to stop everything, wake up out of my sleep, do whatever it takes, God. When God calls, I'm there. What is it, God? And that's what it is. He wanted me to hear that. In the middle of focusing on my mail, this is what I hear. Why do I hear that? Because that's the minds. It's called mass consciousness. It's a thought that's running through people's minds, and I can hear it. I can hear your thoughts. You could say it's one person, but it's not. That thought lives within all of you. I need to do more about my life. That's not how I heard it. I hear things different, but that's how you feel. That's your innermost thoughts that I'm hearing. I'm not good enough. I need to do something more with my life. It was actually a projection, someone telling me that I needed to do more with my life. I know that feeling. I can say that, you know what I mean? That could be my own thought on a Monday. It's like, I should be doing something. I've programmed and trained this. I don't think about it anymore. I have every intention. I don't think about what I should be doing. I just realize I'm not supposed to be doing. Every Monday, I'm not supposed to do shit. Well, this is stupid. What am I supposed to do? Sit here with your feelings? Gosh damn it, don't I do this every day? This is the most important day. And that's it too. You do this all the time. This is what I was made to do. This is what I'm literally supposed to do. What do you want me to do? This is what God said I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to stop doing what God said because you and your mom or somebody else told me that I need to do something else with my time? Whose time am I on? Devil time or God time? Am I on your time or am I on God's time? And when I do what he says with my time, I enjoy my time much more. I'll be saying I need to do laundry, right? You'll hear me. Oh, fuck, I gotta do laundry. I'll be dreading that shit. I don't want to do it. But when he says, it's not a big deal. I go, I do it, it's not even a big deal. But if I do it on my own time, then I hate it, and I don't want to do it, and I'm forcing myself to do something I don't want to do. But when God tells me it's time, then okay, I feel it, because he gives me the urge to do it. He gives me the willpower to do these things. You know what I mean? He doesn't just tell me what to do. He gives me what I need to do it, and that's it. God will bring you to it, only to bring you through it. It's like, why did you do this? Because I want to take you through this. I want to teach you this lesson. It's like, God, why didn't you stop me from, you know what I mean? That could be like, why didn't you guys remind me to get my car keys? What the fuck are we to you? In the essence, you look at the Holy Spirit like it's their job to take care of every little one of your decisions throughout the day. No, they're right there snickling. Oh, she's not going to realize she left her car keys. This is going to be bad. Well, let's watch this one go down. God, she's about to break her window. It's alright, she never did it before. Watch how bad she feels afterwards. Aw, that's sad. She's crying. They're watching. They can urge you and push you, but you're about to have an experience like no other. And that's kind of what that is. But the connection is inside, not outside. You don't meet God outside. You don't meet, after you've done enough work as I do, you see God everywhere outside. You see the Holy Spirit everywhere outside. It's all about meditation, bro. It's listening. Not going out and playing God, but sitting around listening for God's answers. I'm going through a shift, a paradigm shift. This could take time. I know what this is. He'll have me sitting here for weeks, getting antsy, waiting for him to tell me what to do with my life. It's okay. It's not like I'm not living. I'm doing a lot during that time, waiting for him to come back. It's not like he ever left. It's just, it's not time. I don't have anything for you to do right now. I want you to just sit back and watch the game play. Watch everything play out. That's not exactly, you know what I mean? You trained me to take action and to be in, you know what I mean? To go out there and, be the best I could be, but this is what? You being right there is the best thing for us right now. And why? Because you need to save your energy, mostly. You know what I mean? When you have those cycle back moments, you turn off your phone for what? Why do you ever turn off your phone? Because it died? Or because you need to reboot it? We don't typically turn off our phones. It's not a normal thing. You know what I mean? It needs to be done. Or you need to reset it, right? It's having an update. Otherwise, what? You just keep that bitch running and charged, right? Right? But if it goes off, it's for a good reason. You know what I mean? Like, if you had to restart your phone, it's for a good reason. If the phone dies, it's because you used up all the energy. It's not like, oh my God, how did this happen? No, it happened. You're out of energy. You probably have an iPhone. Get it? iPhone. I got that joke. Me, what? I'm an alien. I'm an android. Alien gang. What's up, what's up? Yeah. I know how you think. And you're not going to put those thoughts on me. And I'm sorry that those thoughts are on you. I'm trying to teach you a different way of life, and it is very difficult to trust God in such ways. He asks you to. It's what he asks is not, it's simple. It's just not easy because the mind gets in the way. If we didn't overthink this, it wouldn't be so difficult. If you could just trust it without questioning it. But we're questioning a new way of life. And what I'm trying to show you with, the Bible and all of these books is that this is not a new way. This was the way. It's just new for you. And it's going to be the way going forward. We need to live in peace like this, where God takes care of us. We need that understanding that we are taken care of. We're protected. We're provided for. We're loved. We have a huge purpose to him, and we're on it. And that's it too. We don't need all of that. Worrying and competing with others. All of that, bro, none of that is important. Your relationship of, hey, I'm good with God, my family's good, we're good. When you're good, bro. I'm not stressing anything right now. Again, it is the end of the month, and somehow I'm still fucking fine. And that's God. He multiplies. It's not like I bought anything less. If anything, I bought more this month. And yet he can. Your faith pays off, bro. Your trust will pay off. Your belief in him will pay off. But don't give up because you don't try to cash it in too soon. Like, oh, I trusted you, God, and you let me down. Don't put him on a time limit. He's not on a timer. You are. He wants to see how long you can trust him, how deep you can trust him, how much, discipline you can have to this. And yeah, supposedly, you know what I mean? There's that voice, the devil's voice, trying to get you off that. Nah, God's not coming. Nah, you better do something. Nobody's going to help you. God's not real. This isn't real. You can't trust God. That's not real, bro. You should know right there. You should hear yourself, bro. You're going to tell me that I can't trust my God to make things okay in my life? Everything is okay in my life. You just don't see it as an okay life. It was It wasn't worse. It was more challenging than this last year. Trusted him with my life in a tent. He told me to go live in a tent. And he made it sound amazing. And it was. And you're like, that's not a life. Hey, dude. Those are adventures that me and my children have in our memories that'll never be taken away. It was only a couple weeks, but it was the best couple weeks of my life. But it was also the most difficult couple weeks of my life. How am I going to provide? What am I going to do? What comes next? You have to learn to stay in today, and he'll tell you what's next when the fucking situation shifts. You're trying to create the next thing. Be part of the next thing. Be part of now. That's all. It's very difficult. These are all mastery levels. It took me a long time, long time to learn these lessons. And then you look at some of the other stupid lessons that I can't learn. It's like, how can you be so wise and yet so immature? Because I've had all kinds of experiences, but not these ones. I didn't learn these in past lives. And when it comes to interconnectedness, relationships, you can look at all my history. I was a solitary goddess. I didn't have that. I had armies and people that I led. I had nobody by my side. That's Lilith. I led them. I wasn't one of them. I was always their leader. Morgan, their leader. Callie, their leader. Hecate, your fucking guide. Nobody's walking with me. I'm just walking a bunch of dead souls. Just me. I walk alone. Something. Anyways, Green Day. It is a Green Day. That's what that is. And I'm always quick to, jump on that. No, dude, don't let your mind tell you that you've got to do more. Unless you ain't doing shit. And if you're doing the real shit, which is you're sitting with yourself, then don't let your mind tell you that what you're doing isn't important. The mental and emotional work that I do sitting down is far more complex, difficult, and draining than any job ever. People that, the work that I do with myself, you can't even afford a psychoanalyst to do the type of work that I do with myself. I can't even afford it. And what's the cost? Being part of the outside world, not having a job, not having the pride to say that I do this on my own. But I'm not supposed to. God said I wouldn't have to do this on my own anymore. And as long as I lean on that, I have peace. It may look like I'm all alone, but I'm not. I was before. I was guided by nothing but my mind and some intuition, but now it's like, I'd rather be guided by God. It may take some time. There's a lot of downtime. But when we're up, and it's better to spend that time just, waiting for the ups than falling down on your fucking face, trying to make shit work that's not working. He'll make it work out. This is, it's these moments that really make me the prophet. Because I speak as the prophets did. It's really the truth, bro. The prophets told you about this relationship with God and how it was never ending and how you could inherit the kingdom and you could live in all peace with just a knowing of God. Same as Jesus. And I'm here teaching you just that. It's like he's right here, bro. Just trust him. Talk to him. Let him talk to you. You can't do that on your way to work. Sit down in your quiet space and meet your God. You'd be surprised to spend some time with him and see what he has to say to you and what he's always been saying to you, how he talks to you. He doesn't talk to you like he talks to me. You know what I mean? It's a reflection of the mirror. I get the message that I send. You know what I mean? If I talk different, he would talk different. He is you. It's not that I'm ungodly. It's that he speaks in your common tongue. He speaks in your language. Right? And he speaks through your heart. It's a real conversation that your head has with your heart. It really is. And sometimes the head's not even part of it. A lot of it is the heart having conversations with your brain, calming it down and shit like that. That's what these kind of days are about. Tomorrow we go out and have conversations with the world. Put all this shit to work. Which is what? Whatever he tells us to do tomorrow. You listen. You do only as he says. That's the surrender. I promise it'll only give you peace after you give into it. The only thing that's going to make this hard is your belief that you're doing the wrong thing. That you should be doing more and this isn't how it's done. And that's why we reprogram. I show you that this is how it's done. It's in every fucking book. This is how the yogis do it. This is how the prophets did it. This is how the servants did it. This is how they did it. Before we got to this place of what we're doing now, which is just doing. Constant doing. I sit there sometimes and I see the whole world moving around me and I feel like I want to do something. But I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I can find something to do like everyone else does. Oh, let's go find something to do. Let's go waste time, energy, gas, and money and get hungry along the way. Let's go on an aimless adventure looking for excitement. You could sit here anywhere and have a fully exciting, or even not. You might be just addicted to the chaos. You're just addicted to the loudness of life. You don't like quietness. It gets under your skin. You can let that go. That's going to change within time. It should. You can't live with that kind of adrenaline desire to just be part of loudness, be afraid of quiet, be afraid of, stillness. It's like a person, I could see this person, take them out fishing and you're just sitting on the boat. And they're like, so what do? We sit here. And they just lose their mind sitting in the boat with you. They won't stop talking. They won't stop moving. They won't stop whining. They don't know how to just sit there and wait for the fish to come. It's kind of what we do around here. We take ourselves and put ourselves in the right place and wait for the right thing to come. That'll feed our family. It's being receptive. You have to be open for it, though. It's receiving information, not going out and trying to find all the answers yourself. In these moments, I feel pretty powerful because, but then it's like, then you put me in a triggered moment and I feel all unhealed. It's just the emotions. My mind, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, that's what we're trying to do, is get to that place where we're not bothered by such things. For whoever's projecting on me, I don't know what you want me to do. But I promise you, that want isn't real. You just feel like I need to be doing something because you feel like you need to. It's just a projection that you're putting on me. And perhaps don't put that on other people either. Don't tell them how to live their life according to your expectations or understanding. I don't know why this isn't good enough for people. Is it just because I'm not making money out doing it? If I was making money, if I was telling you I'm monetizing, and I don't, would that make you like me more if I made money doing this? If I had a nice apartment and was doing it in my apartment, would you leave me alone? Is that all it takes to get people to leave you alone? Is money in a car, in a house? Why is what I do not good enough for you? When I'm the only one in all the world that does this. You think Benjamin Franklin got rich making electricity? No, they do now. They do now. He didn't make $1 out of that. I don't even know if it was worth $1 back then. He didn't make no money. And that's these starving artists. Da Vinci and all of them, they would use their last couple coins to get some, to get some paint. That meant nothing. They weren't rich. They died poor. The wealth that they had, they left here with us. They gave everything that they had, every dollar. And that's what it is. It's like, I'll give my last dollar to teach you something, to learn something, so that we could be better. It's an investment on humanity and myself. I really would appreciate for you guys to understand that this is my calling, my job, my purpose, my life. And at this moment, it's just like when you open a brand new restaurant, you're not making money. You're paying back. You know what I mean? You're building back up from all the money you put into it. I'm sorry, I'm only 3 years in. And, you know, the more hours I put in, yeah, maybe I'll monetize, but I'm not trying to be big on the internet, bro. I'm trying to be big in the hearts of people. As I sit here, you know what I mean, pouring my heart out, there's other people that are just trying to live their creative dream that don't need you shitting on it because they're broke. I'm not broke. I can get up right now and go to the store and buy whatever I need. What do I need? I don't need anything. That's what you don't get. I got a pack of cigarettes. I got me some weed. I got me some gas. I got my laundry money. I got money if I need anything else. The little things of today. Do I have enough money for the rest of the week? If I wanted to look that far down the pipe hole. But you just look at today. Just today, bro. And knowing that he'll be there again tomorrow. And that's how I lived. I had to learn to live. I had to learn to live like that. And that's the way I live now. Is with an understanding that I can't control tomorrow. And no matter what I save today, there's no guarantee that it'll be here tomorrow. That's like one of the hardest levels. That's the first level of the dark night of the soul is, you know what I mean, with Baba Yaga. Is loss. You have to learn that you never really possessed anything. That it possessed you, and all that you really possessed were the feelings around this. That's all. I'm gonna go back to my non-existent fucking energy, but in the sense of I'm not going back to work, I work all the time. Stop telling people to be better, or that they're not good enough. Because even if you're not saying it, they can feel it. They can feel your disgrace on their life. And they don't need that. They have their own feelings about how their life is going. Let them feel okay about their life. Don't make them feel terrible because they're not as successful as you. And are you even successful? And that's me, where I'll stand up and be like, well, let's look at you. Come out here. Come out here. You want to talk? Come out here. Quit throwing rocks behind the tree. Come out here and let everyone see you for what you're worth. Let's see your worth. What work did you do today? While you're telling everyone to get to work, what work did you do yesterday? What is the work that is so important that you do, that you push upon us? And realistically, it's probably somebody sitting there with no job anyways, that's living off of somebody else telling me to get a job in a house. Really? Projections like a motherfucker. Nobody chooses to be this helpless. Nobody chooses. Nobody other than myself chooses this life. I do it out of obedience. I didn't choose to be on welfare and homeless in the name of God. But at least I did it in the name of God and not because I was a dumb bitch that had to run away from my ex-husband. Like, I literally couldn't, you know what I mean? I had to escape through such means. And that's the reminder here. Is that this, even though it looks like a curse to you, saved me once before. And with God's help, it'll save me to where I'll never end up here again. But it's okay. I'd rather be in a homeless shelter than fucking living with somebody that I have no life. And that's something I didn't realize before. I lost my life to a person just to have some idea of security. I was better off homeless and on welfare than being around that person and living that life. And though it hurt my pride, I did everything not to be that ever again. But I had to do it again and again, and it hurt my pride to do this. But I had to have respect for myself and where I came from, and for those that are like me. And my story is here to teach you respect for humanity too. We're not what you want, what you deem us to be. And we're far from ungodly. We're just being taught some serious lessons by God. That should be enough. You shouldn't have to teach us a lesson. We're already learning some real difficult lessons down here. And that's it. What am I doing? Learning lessons that I obviously forgot in my life, that I have to relive. That's it. But at the same time, I'm taken care of, you know? Who gave me lunch today? Salvation Army. Enormous cheeseburgers and fucking chips and fucking nutty bars. And they'll be here for dinner just to provide for me. They provide me a home. They provide me a shower. They provide me, you know, linens and my, you know what I mean, internet and shit. Who's doing that all for you? And yeah, it costs my pride that I'm not doing this all for myself. But fuck, I needed help. And all my life, I never had nobody to do this type shit for me. I'm grateful for the help. I'm grateful for the Salvation Army as I'm in fucking spiritual boot camp. I'm grateful for the Army experience. That's it too. You fucking leave your life to go join the military and they fucking treat you like shit and you're not important and you gotta eat and dress and, you know, be like everybody else. What? Why'd you do that? For the respect of my country. And you're gonna go kill somebody? Jesus Christ. Who told you to do this? Just want to point out, Bubba was drafted. He didn't fucking choose that. They made him. They might make you too. Anyway, so yeah. Bitch, be humble. Whoever you are, be grateful. Just be grateful, man. Whoever you are, just be grateful that you're here and not wherever the fuck you came from. Be grateful that things are better today than they were another day. And don't be trying to make tomorrow better than today, but just be grateful for today. That today's an okay day. And again, yeah, I started my whole morning out crying and shit, but, you know, still a good day. Might not always feel the best throughout the day, but it's still a good day. It's the day that God has given us. He's given us another day to be grateful. Not ungrateful. Just saying. In your hurries to get across town, to get, you know, to do your regular, you might not make it across town one day. This might be your last day. You really don't know. I might be the only one that does know. You would think it gives me some sense of peace because I know I'm protected and I'll live a long life. But it doesn't. It really doesn't, because just like you, I'll be counting the days down. It's 55 years, but how will I be able to live like this that many years from now? What will I be that long? Will I be able to keep up? Enjoy today. Because who knows what tomorrow brings? And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be fun. Really, if you have a good day, enjoy the good day. Don't fuck it up trying to make it better. That's all. If you have a good life, then enjoy your good life. And don't fuck it up trying to make it better. And as I see this, I see NF. NF, don't fuck this up, bro. Don't miss your kids' years. They're only that small during that time, bro, unless you're going to try to remake more kids. Don't fuck this up, dude. Don't take off on fucking tour and cause all these problems, bro. The fans will be there, bro. Your kids won't. They'll grow. Your fans will always want you. The kids won't, bro. I'm serious. I'm serious, dude. I see you. It's like, I know you're about to release music and shit, but my biggest concern to you guys is don't go back out in that. You can find ways to make money other than ticket sales. You don't have to leave your children and leave the security. And it's just chaos, and you know it. You know that going on the road is chaos. It's not. Don't do that. They're lucky to have you, and you're lucky to have them, and it might be difficult to be at home. But that's what God wants you to be. You know, I'm thinking about Christian Horner. He spent his whole fucking life on the road, and God said, take your bitch ass home. Do you know how much kind of anxiety that caused him? It's not his place. It's where he goes home, but it's not his place of home. Home is F1 to him. He had to learn what home really was and go home and be what he really was supposed to be, which was her husband and their father. He had to do what God, you know what I mean? He wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing, what he promised to do, which was to love them and take care of them. You're not desperate men that need to go out and leave your children and your wives at home to make $1. I'm not saying never go out, just not right now, NF. Wait, dude, at least till they're in school, bro, and they start to, that's when the detachment happens, when they start to have their own little life. Right now, they live off of you. They need these years. And you don't want to miss them, NF. 3 to 5 are so fun. They're little people that are just, they want to learn everything. You could take them anywhere, and everything is fun. They stop all that fucking crying and bullshit. They're usually, by then, they're out of a diaper. They could tell you what they want, and everything is cool. You could take them in a ride, and everything out the window is fun. And they want to talk about everything. And they have a million questions. And they like just being part of life. It's the best years, bro. Don't miss those. I know your son's like right about there. Don't miss those. They're really the funnest years. I have lots of memories of my kids at that age, and I have lots of videos. My daughter used to make lots of little videos with my phone. Lots of videos. I have lots of memories of them at that age. They're so fun. You don't want to miss that shit, bro. There's a lot of shit you don't want to miss, but especially then. I promise, there's something really magical between those years. It really is, where you can make a real connection with the little person. But then after 6, they start making connections with the rest of the world. And little by little, they stop needing you. They start leaving you and going further and further into that world out there. They still live in your house, but they become strangers. Unless you start spending a lot more time, and that's just really what it is. It's like, enjoy this time. I know when they're little, it's the hardest time. But they're only little for a little bit of time. It's true. They grow so fast. I'm about to be, you know what I mean? I was supposed to be an empty nester. I've got a middle school and a high schooler. I can look back like, Jesus, I did all this all by myself. It was hard. And God's like, you know what I mean? He finally wants to make sure that I'm not doing shit by myself no more. And that's a blessing. And it's a promise to everyone. If you'll let him have that much control in your life, he'll take control. But you've got to give it to him. It's a free will thing. You have to surrender. He can't force you. He can force circumstances around you, but your willpower to not budge or let go keeps you tied up to some bullshit. And that's, as if this message hit you guys pretty hard, then it might be time to change that schedule, bro. It might be time to fucking get off the day shift and go get you a night shift so you could spend some time with your family. You know at night all they do is sleep. But during the day is when they really need you. And you know the beginning of this is you need you. You need to just sit with you as much as you can to get right with you so you can get right outside. Realistically, I'm not going to get any better until I get the wisdom to be better. That comes from within. Well, and some experiences outside. How many patterns do I need to repeat? Or how about I just sit here and learn from my mistakes instead of going out and making more mistakes because I didn't learn before? That's why it's so important, bro, to sit there and take it all in. Otherwise, you're going to go out there and do it all over again because you didn't learn. You clearly didn't learn. Well, that's my message for you. I didn't pull no cards, and I'm not reading anything about that. Why? Because those are 4 fucking pages on their own. Celestial sounds. That's what it is. It's when you hear something. You know what I mean? It's like, that's that clear audience. You can hear it. I'm just watching a movie, and I hear this. I hear this saying louder. That's it. And you're supposed to focus on it. All right, let me turn everything off. What did I just hear? And that's what it means to get a download. I got information given to me. And what was it? You need to do more about your outside world. Stop worrying about your feelings all the time. Does that even sound right? Do you hear the words that are coming out of your mind? Mind your business. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.